What advice would you give to someone that's trying to step in your shoes?
Take the low paying jobs. That's what I did. When I first landed in LA, I had my Steadicam and I had my Red camera, my Red 1. I was one of the first 100 people to own a Red 1.
Holy shit.
And I didn't even market myself as a Steadicam op. But I had the Steadicam so that I could do my own Steadicam and these low budget features that I was shooting at the time. And what I ended up doing is just basically working for like every chance I could get. I was even on Craigslist at the beginning. I was like underbidding DSLR shooters with my Red, just to get on set, just to meet people, just to make contacts. So in there, I shouldn't even say this, but like in the early days, there were a few times I didn't go this low on my rates very often, but there were a few times where I would do like Steadicam and bring a camera for like $250 just to get the contacts.
And to bring a Red?
To bring a Red.
Holy fucking shit. At the time, what did the Red cost when it came out? You were one of the first 100 people and you were doing jobs for $250.
I was in LA and nobody knew me.
Right,
I made a name for myself in action sports, but I didn't want to do action sports anymore. I wanted to like work in real Hollywood.
Yeah.
And that was what was in front of me.
Right.
I was scrambling. I was almost homeless a couple times. It was so difficult to build any contacts because it was just really hard to get on set. But the more you do it, the more experience you have, the more your skills build. It's not, if you're brand new, a producer is going to understand this and realize this. You're not really going to have a reel. The other thing is when you do get on these low budget sets, if you're just starting out, try to work out a deal with the producer so that you can get footage. It works a lot easier on music videos because music videos are high turnaround. Feature films, not so much, because you shoot a feature, it goes through post, it goes through distribution, and the feature might come out like 2 years later.
Right.
And by that time, really hard to like go back and track down like who has footage and what you can use.
Right.
So music videos are a way to cut your teeth quick, have access to the footage quick, because the video gets released quick. Once the video is released, they don't care, what footage gets seen by who.
Right.
But try to work that deal out so that you can get copies of the footage. And then just, practice. And when you're brand new, you're not gonna be able to charge as much, obviously. There's like, I still once in a while get calls for super low budget numbers. And of course I turn them down because it's not, worth it to me at this point, but it was worth it to me back when I didn't have a name for myself and nobody knew who I was.
Of course.
And that's really what you got to do.
No, I love
just
that.
Develop the name and build the contacts, and maybe even sometimes work for free.
No,
I did that too.
It's the path, man.
Yeah,
it's an important path to take, but it's so interesting when you think about it. And I think a lot of people come into it now feeling because they have studied or they've practiced or whatever that they just deserve it out the gate, but everyone knows people already. So you're trying to get in that Rolodex, and to get into that Rolodex, you have to potentially be better than someone they already know doing it, and how are they ever going to know if they don't see your work?
Right.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, take the low paying jobs. If they start you out at like, $500, that's really low for a Steadicam operator. Do it.
Right.
Get the footage, build your reel. Once you have a really good reel built up after a while, you can raise your rates and more people. And then you can talk to the producers and say, hey, I know that you've been bringing me out for this rate, but in the future, can we like raise that up to 750 or 1,000 or 1,500? And there's operators that I consider to be like above me in the industry in terms of like how much they make and who they work for. The guys who are doing the Marvel movies, those guys they're making quite a bit more than I'm making, and they're working on a lot bigger, projects. But there's always a tier to start with, and then just, move your way up. Right. And if you start at the bottom, that's great. Accept that that's where you are and just start working your way up. I'm still working my way up too.
Thanks for listening to this clip. Make sure to listen to the full interview, which is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you listen to podcasts. Hit the subscribe button for more highlights and join our Black with No Cream private community for creators. Links in the description.